And I think Sacy and Contato, from what I've heard and from speaking to them as well, they're like very like excited. One, which is I think is going to be awesome for everybody because excitement will just build into something greater.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you guys have spoken to them or how much you've played with them up to this point, but what's your take on it? Like, is it going to be a good situation?
I was just gonna add on what you said about Fallen. That's what Sacy did to me. Like,
Você quer ter aulas com grandes personalidades do cenário e evoluir ainda mais sua gameplay? E utilizar todo esse aprendizado adquirido em um campeonato super organizado e com live stream oficial? Tudo isso você encontra na Everest. E mais, você não precisa ter um time, a plataforma encontra um time para você que se encaixe na sua gameplay. Além disso, lá você também vai encontrar um guia completo com todos os pixels em todos os mapas para você deixar seu Sova, sua Viper insano. E na Everest você também vai ter aulas toda semana com um coach profissional ao vivo. Você vai ter um coach profissional acompanhando sua performance e os assinantes têm direito a análise de POVs ilimitadas. E eu consegui um desconto ainda maior para quem é inscrito aqui do canal. Usando o cupom SMOKEMID você tem 15% de desconto. Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? A Sentinels começou um novo quadro no seu canal, que é o podcast com os integrantes da organização. E os primeiros convidados foram Tenha, Zekken e Def, que são do elenco de Valorant. E também teve o Tarik, que é streamer da organização. E eles bateram um papo bem legal por lá. Inclusive, em determinado momento, o Def pergunta ao Tarik sobre a experiência dele na MBR, onde ele jogou com Fallen. Experiência bastante parecida com o que o novo elenco da Sentinels terá. E durante o papo, o Zekken falou brevemente sobre o Sacy. O Sacy é bastante conhecido por conseguir extrair o máximo dos seus companheiros de equipe. O próprio Após dedica bastante da sua evolução à ajuda do Sacy. E aparentemente o Sacy já chegou nos Estados Unidos dando dicas ao Zekken.
Kind of looks stupid, right?
Yeah, I kind of have a question for you.
Okay.
Just because you played with so you obviously played in Brazilian team 2 mixed team. Like, what were the positives and the negatives of that? Did you find any struggles that we might encounter?
Oh yeah. Well, it was a very interesting experience. I think it was definitely a lot of learning in too, because it was obviously like me and Stu as the two Americans, and then we had the 3 Brazilians on the roster. And those guys in CS were like, you know, kind of like movie stars. Like they're like very well known, and they had very high expectations too, because they were like the previous world champs, and we were coming into a team that was expected to be built to win.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is that I think they did a good job at making it inclusive. Like our manager Ricardo, for example, like he would always make sure that, and I think that's an important part of it, is that like it wasn't like them and us, it was like all of us together.
Yeah.
And we would always do everything together, like we'd always be as a team, and like the environment and the culture didn't play that big of a factor, even though they were like so different in their own ways, right? Just how they did things.
Yeah.
But they made an effort to like, you know, include us in the bigger picture. So I think that went a long way, and that's something that I would recommend to you guys as well, because we got the
I think with
Brazilians.
like team cohesion, like it'll work really well if like the team becomes like friends inevitably, because you'll just like trust each other more, and you'll know to like what to expect each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say like personalities kill teams quicker than skill does, and it's so
100%.
true. Like personality is just like, some personalities can rub people the wrong way, and then if it's not addressed, we had this culture on Exit where we're gonna introduce it to the team too. Like, if you've got something to say, just say it. We have like powwows at the end of the week where if you do want to go hard on someone and they piss you off, like you can say it out loud. And just like that, just doing stuff like that is just so important.
Being open about it, right?
Yeah,
like is it better to hold it in, or no? I don't think so.
We encourage like, dude, just shoot your shit. If someone's having a problem, just
Stop
mention it.
fucking solo pushing, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a general advice to just like life in general, or like even like relationships. Just like communication is key. Don't let your like emotions like bottle up. Like if you really have something on your mind and you're letting it like kind of simmer, that's probably not like the best. Like you want to like definitely vent out like what's bothering you and see if there's like solution to it.
Yeah, the longer you hold on to it, the worse it's gonna get. And I think an important part of that is the delivery, right? Like, and how you address the person. I don't think you can just, you know, if you go the wrong way about it, then they might take it the wrong way when you're not trying to. Like if it's like, yo, stop fucking doing this shit, you're fucking pissing me off. Like I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. People say that about me. Like it's like your tone. You're like the tone and delivery. Like that's one of my main weaknesses, really. When really what I'm saying in my head sounds better than
that's the hard part too.
Yeah.
That's also something to touch on with the Brazilians too. Like communication is different, because they approach things differently, and they're more blunt for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like Fallen will just straight up tell me, yo, this is shit. Don't ever do that again. Like, and then I'm like, all right, you're my daddy. Like it's fine, I got you. You know, you don't want me to do it, I'm not doing it. I'll do exactly what you want. So I think it's also just everyone being open-minded about it. And I think Sacy and Contato, from what I've heard and from speaking to them as well, they're like very like excited. one, which is I think is going to be awesome for everybody because excitement will just build into something greater. And then two, they're also like open-minded. Like I don't know how much you guys have spoken to them or how much you've played with them up to this point, but what's your take on it? Like, is it going to be a good situation?
I was just going to add on what you said about Fallen. That's what Sacy did to me. Like one of our first team meetings, he was like, "Yo, Zekken, I've seen some of your streams, man. Yo, stop pushing through smokes."
Yeah, he's showing your ass. He's showing your ass.
I think what's
Mas e aí, qual a sua opinião sobre tudo isso? Deixa aí nos comentários, deixa também aquele like, se inscreve no canal pra não perder nada. Aquele abraço e até o próximo vídeo.